Hey, this is Ralph, and in this video I'm going to do a few different chess exercises. So something I'm trying to get into doing on a regular basis, including this morning, which I did a little bit earlier, was playing chess puzzles. So I'm trying to do some kind of focused attention and also trying to train myself to move slower, because I'm finding even in the puzzles I'm making moves and it turns out it's the wrong move, and I'm realizing I'm finding one move that I think looks good for the next steps, or the ideal first move, but it's not the ideal, and really I should have looked a little bit more carefully. So hopefully that'll be a tool which I can get at. And I was noticing on a previous video when I was doing the ChatGPT thing, one of the suggestions was, do more focused study, solving chess puzzles and problems. So that's going to be kind of something I want to get in the habit of doing frequently. And I'm hoping to do that more often, and then that will, in theory, keep me from jumping over to daily games. I was doing this last night. I was just stressed last night for stupid reasons, of course. It was a busy day at work, and friggin' the Monday Night Football game was a big mess. And I was going over to my chess.com on my tablet, just going to daily games, and just jumping through, making moves, at really thinking and stuff like that. So that happens to me quite a lot. So if I'm going to do that, it should be on puzzles, not necessarily on games. So I'm going to jump over to the puzzle section, and I'm kind of curious. I did the daily puzzle already on my tablet, so I'm assuming if I go here, it's going to say that I've already done it. Yep, good job. So I did do that one. I didn't think it was, I did the little video, because after you do the puzzle, they have a video that kind of explains it. And I guess it was relatively easy, but it took some thought from my part, I think. Maybe it was taking over a piece, as opposed to actually mating or doing something like that. So it was gaining a piece in an exchange. So pretty good puzzle, and they do these every day. Now if I go back to the puzzle section, there's also just the generic puzzles. And I can go ahead and start, and it keeps track of kind of your rating on your puzzles. So it says I'm 2296, which obviously the rating is all kinds of messed up. I'm certainly not at that level of play, which means I'm probably not at that level of puzzle solving. But even though the number may be somewhat arbitrary and not a measure of your ability, at the very least you can use it to kind of gauge improvements or declines over time and stuff like that. So I think that's where it has value. So I'm going to go and jump through and do a couple of these. All right, so black to move. We have a checking opportunity, but I don't really see too much after that. Even better. See, this is a good example where, it's a puzzle. It's going to be tricky. It's going to be a sacrifice, right? So I'm thinking at first, rook up here to check, but no, king takes it. But even better, so I can do a queen, taking bishop on g4. That checks. Now, the king's only move is going to be to f1. And what's my follow-up there? My follow-up there could be my queen takes the knight. Now, I'm not doing that in check, but I am setting up the next move would be check. So remember, and I guess I could try the arrows, right? So queen takes, king hides, queen takes. Now, the next move that I would be doing would be rook to h1, which would be checkmate. So if the king is here on f1 and my queen is here on f3, is there a way that white can stop the checkmate? King can't move to a safer square. Rook can't come and threaten me. Queen can't offer an exchange. Now, what the rook could do, the rook could sack itself, take my knight, and put me in check, forcing my king to move away. Their queen could then come down here and then force an exchange. Or their bishop could come down here and put me in check, stuff like that. So if I do this, queen move, king move, queen move, it looks like there's still some potential for white to stop me or to delay this. Am I overthinking it? So I think I can only see a couple moves down the road, but I'm not sure about the third and fourth moves. I'm going to see what happens. Now, they do give you an option to take a hint, and it'll, I think, highlight the piece you need to move. But I'm going to try this anyway, see what happens. Okay, I wasn't predicting that. I was predicting a king move, so there you go. Totally messed up on that regard. Now, it could mean I am just taking two pieces. So, and this would still be checkmate on the next move, right? So if I take here, oh, and that's the end of the puzzle piece, or the end of the puzzle. The king doesn't have to move necessarily, but they still have to block checkmate, because checkmate is my rook sliding right up here, or technically my queen can go up to h1 as well and checkmate that way. All right. So I don't know. Am I overthinking these kinds of puzzles, or am I thinking the right amount for my ability? Yeah, it doesn't matter about time. I guess it does have, yeah, so it has a target time of 17 seconds. I clearly spent more than 17 seconds thinking about that. I'm going to do one more. All right, black to move. I can check. Now, if I check, the king cannot move down, but the king can move multiple places. However, they could be setting themselves up for a potential fork. So, depending on where the king moves, the king doesn't want to move to f2 because that's a fork. The king doesn't want to move to g1 because that's a fork. The king would, in theory, not want to move to g1. If the king moves to g1, we got checkmate next, because then my rook can just slide right up to c1 and checkmate. So the king should only move to f1. But if they move to f1, yeah. If they move to f1, I'm not quite sure. I'm going to take here. They move to f1. Now what can I do? I can check again. Now if I check with my rook, the king can only safely move downward. They can only move safely downward to f2, and then I'm going to have that forking opportunity. So I can check up here. There we go. Okay, well, that feels a little bit better. It mentions target time over here, but I don't know if it's keeping track of my time somewhere. Maybe it is. So, I know, I find these fun. I guess it helps too in these puzzles. I guess you know there is a good move. I don't know what the good move is, but I know there's a good move somewhere. So I guess that's enough maybe just to motivate you to say, hey, don't give up. You can do it. Just sit there and, knock your head against the wall for a little bit. Whereas in an actual chess game, I think, I don't know, there's probably, obviously there is a good move. There's a best move somewhere, but is it going to be 2 or 3 moves and lead to a one piece or a checkmate or something like that? Not quite sure. But I do like this idea of doing more puzzles and doing dedicated time for working on puzzles. I'm in the middle of a little work break, so I don't think I'll do that now, but I will try to start up a 10-minute game. So I'll go ahead and play online. I'll do another 10 minutes. I'm black. Okay. So I'm 1649, G1 Obus, 1653. They can bring their bishop out. There we go. Now I'm going to do this. I'm going to set up a potential, what is it? I can't remember if it's, I think it's the Scholar's Mate. Great. So they're doing this. I was able to practice this a little bit a couple months ago. And I can't remember the exact technique, but I'm going to go ahead and do this. I'm going to play it by ear. I'm going to sack that pawn. And then what do I want to do next? See, this is where I'm kind of screwed up a little bit. Yeah, I was watching this great YouTube video, and I can't remember the person. I'll try to think of it and stick it on this video, or a link to it in the description or something like that. And they were explaining this exact move, and there's the best technique versus this other technique. And I tried, and just so happens I watched this video, and I had the opportunity to try that other technique in a game just soon after, and it worked wonderfully. But then I hadn't used it for like 2 months, so I can't exactly remember. So I've got a few options where I think I might actually God, I don't know if this is right. Take back here, but for some reason I thought there was another sack, and like I was supposed to start to bring something else out. Oh man. All right, well, it'll be a learning experience for sure. I'll go ahead and take here. Oh, okay. So they're protecting obviously their knight, which I was attacking, but I can start to move on, I suppose. Now, I'm tempted. I can threaten. I can obviously threaten here. They can bring their knight into the mix down here, put me in check. I don't really like that idea at all. Oh, I remember. I think one of the moves, I'm actually was supposed to try to get that bishop pushed away. But somehow there was a way I was supposed to be able to attack it. All right. If I take with the knight, pretty soon, their logical next move would be to... Oh, crap. What did I do there? Oops, apparently I can't, for some reason, do my... arrow there. If I take with the knight, they would push their c pawn down to move me away, and then there's going to be 2 attackers on this knight. Man, see, that's what's tough, trying these alternative kind of formats, you know, these defenses against these common moves, and I haven't practiced it enough, so I need to practice this more. All right, well, let me develop here. That's going to... Yeah, I guess I'll do this. Threatening their horse. I don't feel like this is right, so I don't know if I want to take it. Totally misplayed this. Gotta practice this series. All right, I'm gonna take. They should bring their queen into the attack. Now they got 2 attackers on my knight. This is so friggin' bad. All right. So I'm clearly throwing this game. All right. They're going to let me repeat and draw the game? Nope. Okay. What you going to do here? You're going to get mated for sure. Gosh, we're actually even in material. You might think that I don't have a very good position, though. All right. Let's keep threatening their queen. No, do I want to do that? All right. Bring the rook into the mix? Might as well bring everybody to the party, right? All right. I think I need to take the bishop first. Because if I take, I need to take the dark square bishop first. Because if I don't, they're going to check me with the bishop takes f5. And they'll be up. So I need to do this. And then regardless if they take with the knight or their queen, I need to follow up with a queen takes here. Let's see. I don't think they have any good checks on me. So are they going to feel compelled to exchange queens? Which probably is the best thing that can happen for me. Let's get this S show to an endgame. Getting to an endgame sounds good to me. How can I encourage that? How can I encourage it? Bring a rook out? Do I bring the rook out to f8? I don't know if I don't want to go to d8. I don't think, because as soon as they bring their rook out, I'm going to be forced to move my queen. Of course, I'll be forced to move the queen soon anyway, and they're going to want to exchange rooks. I don't know if they're going to want to, but maybe they'll feel compelled to. I'm going to do this. I'm going to assume they're going to bring a rook out soon, or maybe they'll just castle. If they castle, that would be probably pretty smart for them. Get their king tucked away, kind of protected. get their rook sharing the file, the rank, I mean. Now my bishop here could be good. I don't know. I think I might want my rook here. I'm gonna change or exchange. Of course, my time is getting a little bit low here. They've got, what, 3-1 time on me? Okay. I want my bishop targeting some of the fun. Where can I get my bishop? I kind of want my bishop here on d5, but it's blocked by its own pawn. I'm scared to move this pawn forward. Do I have time to get my king out of the way? I gotta get this pawn protected, it looks like. Of course, their knight can get into the mix very quickly and easily. But if that happens, if they move their knight, nah, I should have done that. They're gonna, oh, all right. I guess they're not gonna do it yet. I don't want to go there. I'm going to move down here. And if I need to, I'll put my queen back on c7. Now, this is not an increment game. It's just 2 minutes flat. So probably would be smarter for me to be doing increment games. When I say probably, I mean definitely. But what's my time? I do have something coming up at work soon here. 11:30. Okay. All right. Am I bothered by this? I don't think I'm bothered by this. This is actually okay by me, because if I can get the opportunity to manually castle, if I can get my king tucked back in here into a g8 or h8, well, I guess they're not going to let me do that, huh? Yeah, definitely going to be curious to find out what is those series of moves I should be making as black when someone's trying that scholar's mate. Or I don't know if it's a scholar's mate or something like that. Now, internally, I have kind of already given up on this game, but let's see if I can't force a trade, make some fast moves. No, see, I don't know if I like this. Yeah. So they're going to be able to do this. Oh, no, I can do that. Do that. That's cool. You want to go there? I'm going to get my king tucked away for a moment. Yeah, my king's ready to play. Let's get into it. Ah, I screwed this up. For sure. Oh, well. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe not. I mean, maybe not. Yeah, they can go there. I'll do that. Yeah, this. Oh, well, could have been worse. Could have been worse for sure. Lots of blunders. Yeah. Let me check out this game review real quick here. Well, I guess the good news is my opponent also played bad. But yeah, based on this chart here, it's not as one-sided as I would have expected. And I guess we were pretty balanced throughout. Let me hit the start review real quick. I got to get back to work here very, very soon. And okay, yeah, so what should I have done here? Okay, see, that was a bad move. Definitely. God damn it. What should I have done? There's something about ignoring this take for a moment. I can't remember if it's threatening here. Not bad. B5 is a book move. B5 attacks the white bishop. And I can't remember, they don't want to take, because then obviously my queen can move up here and take the D5 pawn, and that starts to open me up. That's what I should have done. Because yeah, if the bishop takes here, I can go here, and I'm threatening all kinds of stuff. Not only am I threatening the bishop, but I'm threatening to take over here on F2. That's the move. That is the move. Okay. Let's see. Let me just, I don't know how to get back to the review. Oh, I'll do this. Next key move. Yep, that was bad. What's the best move? Oh, this is another one. Yeah, so not the move I did, but I did hear about this one. I think this is a common one with the scholar, or with this particular defense. You allow the opponent to win a knight by eventually adding pressure to a pinned piece. Okay. Okay, so the best move is to keep my king front and center, helping with this pawn protection. That wasn't good. You missed an opportunity to kick a bishop. So if I want to kick the bishop, pawn move, okay, c6. Close to equal, now your opponent has the advantage. Did my opponent always have the advantage? Okay, rook f8 is a mistake. Instead, what I should do is force more trades. That's a blunder, big time. Okay. See, I feel like I'm guessing here, but this seems good too. What if I bishop over here? Attacking this? What's a hint? Give me a hint. Queen move. I don't know. What is the best queen move? Queen over here. Yeah, I was thinking about that. You know, maybe does that open me up to bring that bishop into c4? But it seems so well protected. I don't know really what is that doing for me. Maybe bring my rook out to f8. Okay, they want me to get over there. Hey, look at that. Oh, wow, I actually had a fair advantage here. Oh, yeah, you can tell by the chart. Yeah, it goes down. And, man, this is where I didn't have much time. So, of course, I'm starting to feel a little bit rushed, a little bit panicked. But this is where I actually started to take a lead. Game should have stopped right there. Cool. So that's a good move. That's not so good. What should I have done here? Pin. Should I have pin? See, the only thing, if I pin, they're going to push with their knight, and I'm going to pretty soon get backed up, and I'm going to have to move this anyway. So I don't think that's the right deal. Bring this pawn up here, kind of prevent a pawn break. No. It is a bishop move. I can't imagine it's this, right? Oh, Jesus. There's a loose pawn up there to take. That's what I need to be doing. Loose pawn. That's what I need to grab. Bishop d4 is a mistake, of course. What is the best move? Push again. Make that knight move away. And I give it back to him there. Okay. Fair enough. Had opportunities, but I didn't manage time really well. And I need to practice, definitely, some of those standard themes under those common attacks and stuff like that. But I guess considering this was a cluster F for the most part, had some opportunities there to win. I'm going to pause my recorder real quick and find that video on YouTube. Here it is. So it's Chess Vibes. And yeah, I've seen a couple of this guy's videos. Nelson Lopez, he's a national master and pretty good, you know, and I think he explains some things pretty well. But it's this particular video here, how to set the trap. Oh, wait, that's not it's 347,995 players fell for this trap. And basically in this, he is describing that particular situation. They bring the bishop out. And so definitely, yeah, check this out. And you'll find it. In fact, if you're watching this video at all, you're probably subscribed to a lot of the big chess streamers and chess YouTubers and stuff like that. So yeah, check this dude out. Nelson Lopez. Chess Vibes is the channel there. And look for this particular video. Players fell for the trap. And he goes over an explanation of a few of the different things, but kind of one he's focusing on. So just got to practice that, get that memorized, get that pattern memorized. And then it would probably help if I initiated some games where I was forced to be black, you know, and you can obviously try to trigger your white opponent in order to go through, to make that, try that attack. So yeah, definitely worth checking out. Thanks for hanging out with me. Take care.